Pretty cool. You can get red old. Yeah, may the 2nd be with everybody. May the 2nd be with you. Your coworker who says, may the 4th be with you, and then your even more annoying coworker who says that every single day. May the 2nd be with you. May the 3rd be with you. May the 5th be with you. May the 6th be with you. May the 7th be with you. May the 8th be with you. May the 9th be with you. May the 10th be with you. Hey, idiot. May the 11th be with you. May the 28th be with you. May the 14th be with you. May the 71st be with you. It just keeps going. Why is my coworker Trump? I don't think that's Trump, really. Trump is more of, I wasn't really going for a Trump there. I think you have too much brain rot, understandably, because staring at the torture nexus all day, every day is kind of an American pastime. And also to the fact that, like, there's a lot of comedy that is just, now that Dongle Dunk is back, people are going to be doing their dog shit Trump voice. But not every nasally voice has to inherently be a Trump impression. And I think that's, I think my robot Chiconian-esque nerd voice is kind of ruined by that in general. I think the Trump / pseudo-Trump voice has kind of ruined it. And I think Trump may be, and I'm going to put Trump in the category of worst impression ever, next to everybody's dog shit Christopher Walken voice. Everybody has a dog shit Donald Trump voice, which may be one of the worst things to happen to culture, aside from all the other horrible things that have happened to culture. And Jennifer Coolidge. Jennifer Coolidge voice is fun to do, though. I will say, I think the Jennifer Coolidge voice may be the Zoomer equivalent of the Christopher Walken voice, but also I personally believe that the Jennifer Coolidge voice is fun to do. So, and the Walken voice isn't? Not really. I don't think the Walken voice is as fun to do as the Jennifer Coolidge voice. I think the Jennifer Coolidge voice is a lot of fun.
Oh, wow. Look at all this Fortnite.
That's fun. Christopher Walken, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of the Walken voice, but I have a really dog shit one, and that's probably the big reason why I dislike it. Oh, wow. Fuck. Me when I shit and fart. I can't do a Walken. Like, something about it. Anyway, game is struggling because, of course, it is. There we go. Everybody's Stormtrooper today. Do Zillennials even attempt a Pee Wee Herman voice? What's the...
All right. Now we're playing Fortnite.
A little bit. I could do it a little bit. I could do a little bit of a Pee Wee Herman voice. That's the secret word of the day. His, like, deep, weird voice. Waka Waka, that's more Fonzie or Fozzie Bear. What about the dog shit Joker voice? Dog shit Joker voice is eternal, but I feel like that's more terminally online. I like doing a dog shit Joker voice, but that's like me. Did you see Seth Rogen in Call of Duty? No, because paying attention to Call of Duty in the modern day is akin to... I'm either a dad who comes home after a long fucking shift, plays Call of Duty for an hour, and falls asleep on the couch, or I am 14 years old, I've drank 18 White Monsters, and I'm literally going, while I'm holding the fucking controller. Like, those are the two options. Those are the two kinds of Call of Duty players. Like, why is it that every time I turn into your stream, you're on some maladjusted caveman shit? Because that's what we're here for, Doug. I don't know. That's what I do, is I talk about maladjusted caveman shit. I bunga. That's what I mean, fuck, dude. My mom did 23andMe. Bless up, RIP, they're dead now. Found out we're in the 93rd percentile for Neanderthal DNA. Pretty high up there. I unga, therefore I bunga. Poob has it for you. What was it? I was on Reddit earlier today just scrolling through the news while I was taking a fat dump, and I saw an ad, and it's like, if you want it, it's on Mubi. And I was literally losing my fucking mind because I thought this was a fake ad or like a fucking joke post. It wasn't a joke post. It was on Mubi. I legitimately didn't know, like, I didn't know what it was. I was like, Mubi? What do you mean Mubi? It's on Mubi? And I'm not clicking on Mubi to find out what's on Mubi. Right? I don't want to know what's on Mubi, man. I don't care. Put whatever you want on Mubi. I just don't know what Mubi is. I didn't want to check it out. I was just terrified. I saw Mubi and I went, it's on Poob. It's on Gungle. It's on Slammo. It's on Mubi. Honestly, there's just too many, like, ever since even Quibi, like, there's just far too many streaming services. They keep popping out of the woodwork like fucking termites in an abandoned house. Goo Goo Gaga names, yes. Honestly, streaming services that pop out of nowhere sound like Star Wars characters. It's on Salacious B. Crumb. It's on Yaddle. Every day, man. New streaming service pops up and it's got like the weirdest shit. And it's like, all you need is Tubi. I don't know, man. Maybe Netflix. That's it. Quibble. Kubi. Booby. It's on Booby. It's on Labia. It's on Cervix. It's on Fallopian Tubes. I wish all streaming services come together. Maybe have a channel system. I think I'll call it cable. You can already do that through Prime. Prime already has that option. Like, you can get all the streaming services through Prime. I think even through Hulu, you can also do that. Through a couple of them, I think you can get, like, every streaming service through another one. Like, that's how I do. I was watching Severance because I was like, I'm going to get Apple TV through Prime. I'm not making an Apple TV account. I did that. I watched Severance. I watched The Gorge. I watched Shrinking. And then I canceled it because I was like, I don't want that anymore. I don't need Apple TV. There's nothing else on there that I want to watch. I'll sub to it again when they add The Gorge 2. When we get a sequel to The Gorge, then I'll care. I'm gonna be real with you, dog. Like, I get Star Wars, but I just don't get Star Wars. I mean, because Star Wars is popular because it took the hero mythos and gave you a sci fantasy story that's easily digestible with fun characters and neat guys and good guy versus bad guy. I would never want to live in Star Wars, but I get why it's popular, and I don't really like do a lot of it or watch a lot of it as a kid, but I got why kids liked it. Cool world building. I don't know if I'm gonna say cool world building. I don't know. I'm not going to say Star Wars has cool world building. Sometimes all you need is world building. It doesn't even need to be good. Look at John Wick. John Wick does the same thing. None of the IMO, none of the John Wick exterior universe or stuff is good, but it's kind of cool. Doesn't make a lick of fucking sense, but like, you're like, oh fuck, he's pulling out the coins. He's pulling out the fucking Gil coins so he could buy a hotel room in the neutral zone. I don't like any of that nerd shit. I just see the robots and guns and I go tee-hee. I think that George Lucas is a secret Mormon. I think that's what it was. I think he's a secret Mormon, and that's how we Mormons have some of the coolest world building. Have you ever read any Brandon Sanderson? I think George Lucas is a secret Mormon. He's like, I fucking love the gold tablets. What do you mean? That's what Star Wars is based off of. Luke Skywalker is a modern-day Joseph Smith. Star Wars is kind of slop to me. It all blends together into sci-fi fantasy mush to me. I'm a Doctor Who and Star Trek fan, so maybe the joke's on me. Well, Doctor Who is about as bad as Star Wars. Doctor Who is also modern Doctor Who. A lot of sci fantasy. Doctor Who is man who lives in magical box doing magical things with evil aliens that also can do basically the equivalent of sci-fi magic. Star Trek is science fiction. With some of it bordering on science fantasy, depending on the episode you watch. I mean, this is all semantics. This is how I classify the genres. Star Wars is science fantasy. Doctor Who is science fantasy. Battlestar Galactica, I don't know, man. Who fucking watches Battlestar Galactica? Babylon 5 is science fiction. Me in a crowded airport be like, oh, bomb. The only Star Wars extended universe book I ever read was Death Troopers and the Corellian trilogy when I was a kid. So... never super into it. Why Skibbity? Why not Skibbity? To be Skibbity or to not be Skibbity? That is the question. It's a fun universe. Like, the world building doesn't have to be good. It has to be fun. Death Troopers is just okay. No, Death Troopers sucks. Death Troopers sucks. Let's be real. Death Troopers sucks. Death Troopers especially sucks when immediately it's like, my name is Han Solo. We gotta get out of this zombie prison. It sucks. Death Troopers is dog shit. We have to clarify. Death Troopers is dog shit. It's not that it's bad, that it's dog shit, but it's still dog shit. Because, so Death Troopers, if you don't know, is a Star Wars book where it's about this guy and like the Empire is basically making us fucking zombies in the space. And then halfway through the book, it's just like, we got this guy in galactic prison, and you hear, and hey, Chewie, quiet down. We gotta get out of this Death Trooper hole. And it's fucking, oh, there's Han Solo and Chewbacca. What the fuck are they doing there? What the fuck are they doing there, man? Of course they gotta have them. It's Star Wars. They gotta have Chewbacca. And then I don't know. I read the Corellian trilogy when I was a kid. I got it from like a thrift store. I don't remember anything about it except for Han and Leia had kids, and their kids were like freaks. The brother, the daughter, and the younger brother was like, I like machines. I like robots. Now say, get off my plane. Where's my wife? Thank you, Harrison Ford. Why would the Empire make space zombies? I don't know, man. Like, it's like, at least the Star Wars books are better than the Alien books. All of the Alien books so far that I've read, out of like the 6 of them, they all suck. So Star Wars has that going. They have some competent EU writers from what I've heard. Alien, I don't know, man. I've been reading Stephen King lately, and I'm at the point where I know he's on cocaine because, like, I'm at the Car Saga, and I'm kind of scared if I want to go back into the Alien book because I'm kind of terrified to get into, like, real premium slop. Favorite Alien book so far? None of them. From, honestly, gonna say it, out of the 6 I've read so far that are adaptations of Dark Horse comics, they all fucking suck. They're bad, dude. They fucking suck. Would not recommend literally any of the 6 I've read so far. Damn, imagine if they got Stephen King to write an Alien book. Well, I mean, like, I've talked about it a little bit. I've been reading a lot of Stephen King lately because I'm, like, reading through, like, his books chronologically. And I loved The Stand. The Stand is amazing. It's such a good fucking book. I recommend it to anybody. Each characterization, each, like, hero and villain, everybody is built in such a realistic fucking way, and I love it. Genuinely peak book. Peak fucking writing. Versus I love The Shining as well. Like, the Jack Torrance's character is incredibly interesting versus the movie where he's kind of built to be like a twisted fucking psycho from the start. You can actually, as you're reading, see this man get fully corrupted by the hotel and even see him try to fight against it in a much more interesting way. Even if the movie is certified Kino, which I'm not gonna say that like the movie is bad by any means. I'm just saying that the movie is definitely a different version of that story. Even Carrie and Salem's Lot was also really good comparatively. And then I got to Cujo, and I got to the point where Cujo was like, Cujo didn't know it, but he had rabies. And I went, nah. After reading like 15 to 20 pages of the dad character talking about his advertising agency, and then realizing that a good 30 to 50% of the book isn't about the dog with rabies, but more so about like this dad trying to get his advertising agency back off the ground, I was like, I dropped it. First book I've dropped in years. Well, I want to say like a year. The last book I dropped was an outdated science book. Not good. Did not like it. Did not enjoy Cujo in the slightest. It was, just not good. I'm not afraid to say it. Cujo's not good. And then Christine, I want to say I'm like 30 to 40% of the way through Killer Car book, and I'm also starting to get I might not like this one, man. I'm starting to see, like, Cujo was written during deep alcoholism king, and Christine is kind of, it feels like that's where he transitions from alcohol to cocaine a little bit. Oh, I forgot Firestarter as well. I read Firestarter. Really unsatisfying book. Why were you reading outdated science books? Okay, so I was reading an outdated science book because it was written by a gentleman who wrote a book. Somebody might know the author. I don't remember the author, the name. But he had written a book about the Appalachian Trail and his experience on the trails, and I really liked it because it's like this comedic book about this out-of-shape dude basically going on a trip and then taking his out-of-shape like friend on this trip with him, and they do the trail, they do parts of the trail through parts of different years, and it's this really cool experience. And I love it. There's a part where his friend, who's like this alcoholic, out-of-shape guy who decides to go on this trip with him, literally fucking gets angry and throws their pack into the woods with all their supplies, and they have to go and fucking ravage and get the supplies back, because he just gets frustrated and throws the backpack out into the fucking woods, and he's like, what are you fucking doing, man? He's just full on losing it. And it's a good book. So he wrote a science book, but it was written in the early 2000s, so it's a little bit out of date, and I just stopped reading it. And then I also dropped Cujo. I should have dropped Firestarter because it also sucked, but I could see how Carrie and Firestarter and I could see how King books, after reading King and thinking about Stranger Thing, 11, Waffle, Nemogorgon. I can see how that influenced like Stranger Things, like the King's writing into the Psionic kid stuff. That's neat. What about the book where the aliens come and abduct me and take me to... I haven't read that one yet. I'll get to that. Your mom wrote that one, right? There was a Meet the Author at my local Barnes & Noble, and your mom was there. And I got a signed copy of the book. Yeah, she writes a lot of horrible things about you in there. I got her to sign it with her ass, so... Very talented. I'm sorry. I don't know why the demon's coming out. I apologize. I don't know about the relationship between you and your mom. I don't want to pry. I don't want to suspect. I don't want to trauma dump. Bad bit, yeah. The demon takes you to weird places sometimes. Put the demon away. I'm putting the demon away, don't worry. I'm putting them in the box. I'm locking them away. Like an aspirator, she held the paint in her ass. I was thinking like she dipped her butt in a big vat of ink and then she put her cheeks on the pages. Kind of like how like when you get a baby book and you put the baby's footprint in the book, but instead I get like your mom's butt cheeks in my book. You do the strangest your mom jokes. I mean, they have to be, I have to build it up. They have to be, ensconced in esoterica. If I do a your mom joke and it doesn't sound like something that a nerdy kid would think up like an hour after they got owned by the bully in school, it's not a your mom joke for me. Shaking my head disapprovingly every day. I live for that, to be fair. I don't live for your approval. I live for your disapproval. I don't want you to tussle my hair and say, "Oh, shucks, Brendan." I want you to hit me over the head with a rock multiple times. I want CTE. It's my dream to have the most concussions as a streamer. I'm getting beat the fuck out by a couple of top guys, like realistically, but like having a body count book, but it's the ass print of every book I had intercourse with, should be a pop-up book. That, you know what? I'm giving you the pitch for Master of Disguise 2. You got it. You earned it. I'm talking to Dana Carvey. You earned it. If anything should be brought back from Master of Disguise, it's the pop-up book bit. My big black book, and it's a pop-up book of every ass print of every person I've ever had sex with. It's crazy. I open it up and it's just an ass print of your mom. Grievous probably gives bad kisses. Grievous seems like the type of boyfriend to give you a noogie and a swirly after every session of intercourse, so. Pops your penis off.
Another one for my collection.
Always thought that Grievous would smell like Rite Aid in the bad part of town. I think General Grievous, the best way, I think General Grievous, I think he smells clinical. I think he smells like a hospital or an old folks home. Like, if he smells like anything, it's got to be like, he's a cyborg, right? So, like, I think he just smells like an old folks home. Or very clinical. Like, we are sniffing, he is farting. Call me Moses, the way these waves be partin'. Smash or pass General Grievous? Not a robot fucker, but people in chat have called me a bug fucker for eons, so. I say smash, yeah. Yeah, I'd fuck General Grievous. Yeah. I gotta get my wife's permission, and, like, he's gotta be real. But yeah, I think I'd top General Grievous. I'm not worried about it. How tall is he? Like 7 feet tall? Doesn't matter to me. He could be a power bottom. I'll top him. He's a lizard man, technically. Yeah, but he's like a lizard man in a robot shell. Basics to basics. That's bug, babe. You got an exoskeleton. That's a bug. Real like physical or real like cool? Real like physical. And I would give physical, yeah. Grievous has no holes, though. Why do you think that pleasure ends at the hole? What if sexuality for Grievous? What if he's a brain sec? What if he's what do they call it when somebody is like, oh, what is it? A sapiosexual? Is that where somebody is attracted to the brain? What if Grievous is a sapiosexual and he just wants me to read him Edgar Allan Poe and then he comes from that? What if he comes from that? You're saying Grievous is a Navi? No, I'm saying what if he's a sapiosexual? George Lucas actually told me Grievous loves getting cuck. I mean, when you walk into Grievous's lair at the beginning of the movie, right? He's got that fucking weird, off-settling, like, plastic red and yellow motel chair just there, right? He's got like a red and yellow motel chair just sitting in the room with him, right? So, like, he's got to be sitting in there while he's watching his, like, guards with the big purple staffs fuck, right? Darth Maul, I mean, Grievous definitely got a cuck chair. I could see it.
Another goon for my collection.
They put Yoda and Luke Skywalker in one of the Soul Calibers, if I remember correctly. Yoda and Darth Vader. Yoda was in the Xbox version. Darth Vader was PS3. They put Spawn and Link in some of the Soul Calibur, too. Oh, and Starkiller, right. Starkiller, I think, was in both. And then Yoda was Xbox exclusive for a while, and Darth Vader was PS3 exclusive for a while. Which I thought the PS3 was cool as fuck, because Darth Vader was in there. Can you stop playing the Star Wars song? That shit is licensed. VOD is going to get fucking claimed. Let's all get together. I should be a Christian streamer. Give all my proceeds to the church. Remember, if you use creator code Catholicism or Christianity, you can give money directly to the church through Fortnite. That's it. New Pope's got to do that, man. New Pope, they got to get on top of that. They got to get on the Pope creator code. They got to get on top of that. I'm slaying it. I'm saying it. I saw Conclave. Conclave had the woke Pope. I do not think we are going to get the woke, though. Have they picked the Pope? They haven't picked the Pope yet, right? Brendan for Pope? I could be Pope. I could. You say that as like a joke, but I could be Pope. I could be the Pope. Brendan Pope. I was baptized Catholic, so I could be the Pope. They could do it. You just have to be baptized. You literally, that's it. And I am baptized. I am washed of all sin. They put me in the big water and they drowned me baby style. Have they not picked the Pope yet? I mean, it takes a while. Watch the movie Conclave. I didn't think I would be into Conclave, and then I watched it. I was like, holy shit, dude. They have the vaping Pope and the woke Pope. Baptiste Truck. Sorry. You said Baptiste Truck, and I thought that was a guy you were talking about, but I realized you were trying to say baptize my cat truck. And I was thinking about this fictional man named Baptiste Truck, and I just imagined a large, heavy-set man who wears like a padlock on a chain, hanging out shirtless in front of bars, and that's the new Pope. He carries brass knuckles with him. He's the holy roller. You were baptized? I was baptized, yeah. I didn't really go to church or anything. Weird bit, because I was baptized Catholic, and like I don't remember going to church as a kid because my family wasn't like a church-going family, and it was for my dad's mom anyway that I got baptized. And then when I was in foster care for a little bit, I'm not trauma dumping. Don't take it that way. When I was in foster care for a little bit, my foster parents started the confirmation process for Lutheran Christianity. They were trying to get me and my brother confirmed. So yeah, in general, I have a weird relationship with religion. Because I had to go to church a bunch when I was in foster care, and I fucking hated it. I also hated how, like, the dichotomy, that, honestly, that was the day that, like, in my head, it was set in stone that women's bathrooms and men bathrooms are completely different, even though, for the most part, 98% of them across this earth, they're not. They're usually just the same bathroom. One of them has urinals. But at this church we used to go to in foster care, the men's bathroom was a standard, like, normal bathroom. But I went into the women's bathroom once, just because I was like bored. I was 13 and nobody was around and I wanted to see, you know, what the fuck is this place? And it was like a red walls, fucking like a beautiful like gold inlay mirrors, potpourri on shelves, candles, nice stalls with plush toilet seats. And that was in my head. I was like, are all women's restrooms like this? What the fuck? And then, you know, as I figured it out in high school, it's like, oh no, they're not all like that. That'd be fucking crazy. Pope Yuri. Finally, Pope Yuri. That's the first thing the woke Pope is going to do. Pope Yuri. Pope Yuri, Pope Yowie. Jesus. Oh, what big hands you have, Jesus. Say less. A Wes Anderson-ass bathroom? Yeah, no, I would give you that. I would say it is very much a Wes Anderson-ass bathroom. That's the best way to approximize it. Pope Yuri versus Baptiste Truck, who wins? I mean, if we're power scaling, I'm going to have to give it to Baptiste Truck. I mean, world building him, we were already talking about him. He has brass knuckles, so. I mean, if Baptiste Truck can do anything, he could definitely punch somebody's fucking head off. Pope Yuri would try to use the power of friendship, but that's not happening. And also, like, Pope Yuri, I mean, Yuri can either be like, what is it, like, girls kissing, or Yuri Lowenthal, in which case, if we're talking about, like, Pope Yuri Lowenthal, I mean, I'm going to have to give it to Baptiste Truck, dude. Yeah, Baptiste Truck is 7'4", 500 pounds, pure ass. Toxic Yuri be like, when Mr. Lowenthal does poison damage. You can't use the power of friendship in a death battle? Yeah, actually, we should be able to power scale the power of friendship. We should definitely be able to power scale the power of friendship. I'm just saying it. The power of friendship is so important in so many different battles. Like, it genuinely does. The power of friendship is so important in many different kind of like anime fights or even wrestling. The only time that the power of friendship isn't really used is UFC, and really, who gives a shit about UFC? Dudes fighting, eating supplements, more protein, more creatine, more mean. How much they want you to pay for those pay-per-views, buddy? $200? All right, man. I'm just going to watch it on Twitch on the Artifact channel. I'm sorry. Actually, UFC stands for Ultimate Friendship Champion. I think it should, man. UFC would be a lot more interesting if all the dudes were kissing. Then I'm in. But Brendan, you love wrestling. How can you not be in UFC? I mean, you're asking that in quotations. I mean, easily the reason that I dislike UFC versus like wrestling is UFC's fucking lame. It's just kind of fucking lame. Sorry, 1 second. I feel the... Gotcha. Hey, that's what you get for driving the Cybertruck. Do not go against me. Maybe you shouldn't drive the Cybertruck because I will go out of my way to have the most power today. I will literally go out of my way to power up just to fucking kill the Cybertruck, man. You shouldn't drive those. I blew that fucking thing up. Driving the Cybertruck literally just gives me a 30% power advantage. I did not blow that thing up. Let me just take care of that real quick. I mean, I'm not going to win every Cybertruck fight, but if you drive the Cybertruck, I'm going to be more likely to, like, lock in. Then I've been watching a lot of late 90s wrestling. Do you like Dude Love? Dude, Mick Foley, Dude Love, Mankind, Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, favorite wrestler. He's my boy. Regardless, I was talking about UFC. I didn't want to, like, denigrate somebody's hobby, because, like, if you're in the UFC, like, whatever, man, I'm into nerdy bullshit, too. Like, I totally get it. I just think it's kind of fucking lame. And, like, I have friends who like UFC or talk about UFC or boxing, and, like, I'm not going to be mean about the hobby. Something about it is just, I just think it's kind of fucking lame. I don't know, man. I'm just like, ugh. It's like wrestling, but less fun because nobody gets to be a wizard. And then they actually have to hit each other in the head. Do you not like combat sports in general? I don't think I like combat sports in general because even if like they have like they have promos and they have a personality, a lot of it is like this guy's a dick, this guy is humble. Like I feel like a lot of UFC characters can be just categorized into dick or humble, and I don't know, man. I'm just a lot of disinterest. Wrestling is different. I mean, wrestling isn't like MMA or UFC. Wrestling is wrestling. Like it is predetermined, but that's part of the point. And I'm like on the outs with wrestling right now because I've just been disinterested in general for just a little bit. But I mean, to be fair, wrestling is different because it's more about like not just like the wrestling, but also like the individual storytelling. Isn't that just face and heel as well? Yeah, but I feel like with face and heel and tweener, there's a lot more depth. With UFC, everything that I've seen about like in-fight promos, it's just like, I'm a dick. I'm gonna fucking be a dick. And I'm gonna fucking punch you in the head real bad. Or, yeah, man, I mean, I'm looking for the fight and I'm looking forward to the fight. And I think, my opponent is really, he's skilled and he's strong, but I'm gonna get him. Whereas I feel like with wrestling and heel, there's more depth because you're allowed to build a bigger character. You have like your cowardly heels, your sneaky heels, your powerful heels, your monsters, you have your prideful heels. And with the good guys, your faces, you have, your good guys. The doesn't want to be a good guy, the straight up like, hi, happy to be here good guy. The good guy who will do bad things to get what he wants, but only in the effort to fuck over the bad guy. Like in general, I think the wrestling archetypes, you could boil it down to face and heel as well, but I think there's more depth there. Because of the theatrical nature of wrestling in general, you are allowed to build your character deeper than who you are as a person usually. I'm not saying that there's not effort and a level of like theatrics involved in UFC. I'm just saying I feel it's easier to boil it down into the two archetypes. And whenever anything happens outside of the fights, it's usually just like real drama, like, oh, the fucking Kane burned down somebody's home. Holy shit, in wrestling, you're like, what the fuck? In UFC, it's like, yeah, this guy, he beat up his wife, and that's just a real thing that happened. Or this guy, he's just a piece of shit, and he's just a bit, that's the bit. It's not like a fake thing, it's just like real. He's just like a real piece of shit. But like I said, I don't want to denigrate the hobby. I just find it overtly interesting, because overtly disinteresting, because even the UFC or boxing that I've seen, it doesn't really feel like it goes beyond like what it is. And I feel like a lot of people like that. Like, I want to see dudes punching dudes, kicking dudes. Like, hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. Get up in there. Watch dudes fucking kill another man. Hell yeah, brother. But like, I want to see dudes fight other dudes, but for like more like soap opera-y reasons. What about dudes fucking dudes? Going down to the Ultimate fucking Championship to watch two dudes hang hog, touch dong, dudes kissing, dudes fucking other dudes. I'd watch it. I'm right there, front row. Season tickets. Wrestling would be way cooler if it was way gayer. Buddy, do I have shows for you? There are independent wrestling shows. You can watch any of Effie's big gay brunches. You can watch so much. There is a whole archetype of gay wrestling. You don't even know. You didn't even know. There is a whole subset of LGBT like gay wrestling. You can watch them. You can find the pay-per-views. They had like a 1 year that I watched, they had a big Twink Battle Royale, and the Twink Destroyer came out at the end of it and started throwing like small dudes over the ropes. They got gay wrestling. You may not know this, but they got gay wrestling. Like, wrestling just doesn't end at the big companies who are on the TV. Is this a bit? No, this is not a bit. They got gay wrestling. Google it right now. Google big gay brunch pay-per-view. Google it right now. You can find it. You got Google. I always tell people about this. They got gay wrestling. What is your OC that they should add to Fortnite? They should add Imaginathan from my Mutants and Masterminds game to Fortnite. Imaginathan is Mutants and Masterminds is a superhero tabletop game, and Imaginathan has the ability to create anything with his imagination akin to a Green Lantern. He's my favorite tabletop character. He wears a polka dotted onesie with a unicorn hood, and he's stuck in it, and he can't remove it from himself. He's cursed by his family line. He fucking hates his look, he hates his fit, he hates his vibe, but he can't take it off. I can't tell if this is a real or fake character you've made. No, Imaginathan is my tabletop character for Mutants and Masterminds. A lot of my combat encounters involved me dropping bowling balls on people's heads. One time we were fighting in an art museum, so I summoned a giant Andy Warhol soup can and dropped it on a guy. He can also make outfits and binoculars, and he can dissipate them at will. You mean his family cursed him to wear the onesie, or his entire bloodline is cursed to wear the onesie? Nah, his brother Dave is chill. He has a witch grandma. Imagine Nathan has a witch grandma, and imagine Nathan was kind of a shithead as a kid, and witch grandma kind of gave him the curse of this. Plus, his powers were stronger when he was a child, and the curse kind of limits his powers. That's why he can't make like food or water or liquids. He can only make permeable objects. He loves dropping bowling balls, kitchen sinks, ovens, pretty much anything on guys' heads. But like situationally for the RP, he can make a lot of stuff. Like the last session we had Roach's character. Roach made a new character, so we the last session was like trying to hire somebody a la Mystery Men, the All-Star music video. And so we were interviewing different characters, and one of Nathan's bits was to lock them within a glass jar to see if they could get out of there with their powers. Because that's another like go-to bit I have for Nathan is summon a giant mason jar and trap them within it. And because all of my points on my character sheet went to the create object skill, like he can do a lot with it. If you could rename this stormtrooper, what would they be called? Dude, but what if they were called the Jelk Trooper, and instead of storming the place, they jelked all over the place? But what if there was perchance a Goon Trooper, and mayhaps instead of having the white stormtrooper armor, they could have an Ahego anime face with the tongue out of all the anime girl faces all over their armor, like it wrapped in that. But what if, in fact, perchance, the stormtrooper, but like, he had many girlfriends and he had sex, and his name was my name, Jim Ryan. Haha, so funny and epic. I am not good, nor am I evil. I'm ontologically within the comedy spectrum of bits that make you cum. BBL pads. Instead of TIE fighters, maybe we do fuck fighters, and instead of TIE fightering all over the place, what if they fucked it and freaked it all over the place? So you made $1 billion skin? Dude, with Marvel Rivals getting into like the like peak gotcha game-esque goon territory with the costumes. Fortnite, like, they gotta pick up the slack, man. They gotta, I'm surprised they haven't like doubled down on making, like, we gotta make sexier skins, guys. We gotta make more money. We have to make more goon skins. More skins, make them more sexy, re-add the jiggle physics back in full. Gotta compete in this space with Marvel Rivals, and people are buying skins in that game just because they want to play it one-handed. Where's Gooner Darth Vader? True. Darth Bater. You get it because it is a bit of a pun on the word masturbator. They're putting straight up coochie in Marvel Rivals. Like, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they, like, She-Hulk comes out and She-Hulk gets, like, a naked skin. Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if Marvel Rivals released, like, a naked skin, like a butt-naked skin, but it was pixelated like the Sims characters. I'd be like, yeah, that tracks. What if, just a quick question, a query. What if Susan Storm took off her fucking outfit and she fucking farted? That'll be at the next Comic-Con when they're asking the Rivals devs about the next updates. We're getting a Thing Thong skin, and it's so peak. I mean, genuinely, if you're handling a Marvel game and you have to do swimsuits, like, you're not going to be able to pass up on Thing Thong. That's just a good bit in general. That's just, in general, that's just a good bit. Like the Thing Thong, I'm in, locked in. That's a good bit, babe. When's the slime eating stream? Oh, buddy, I got to go to the slime store, talk to my supplier. Got to talk to Big Jim about getting some Big Jim slime. Got to buy like 20 gallons of it. Tariffs are hitting them hard, so right now the slime stream kind of canceled indefinitely, I'm not going to lie to you. He sources his slime from China, and like tariffs are kind of fucking him over, so I don't think I'm going to be... He has more people more in need of the slime, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get any anytime soon. We want slime. We want slime. Me sitting in front of, like, I'm in the Roman Colosseum, and the crowd is chanting, we want slime. We want slime. Dude walks out, sits me on the podium, has me answer 15 historical questions. I miss the first one immediately, and then fuck, dude, I'm doomed. He immediately slimes me. The Coliseum, sponsored by Nickelodeon. Yeah. Me when I'm trying to answer questions at the podium and they just keep fucking pressing the slime lever. They just keep fucking pulling it. God damn it, son of a bitch. They keep pulling the fucking lever. I'm drowning in it. I'm dying. I need a medic bag. Who do they have? Oh, yeah. Stormtrooper, Anakin, Lando Calrissian. Wow. I like how you said Anakin and what was obviously Luke. I don't watch the Star Wars. I don't know about your Star Wars and your Pokemon and your... I don't know anything about your Star Wars or your... All I know is should have aimed for the head. They're doing a Ryan Gosling Star Wars movie, right? With a bulky Jabba. They're doing something with like a bulky, muscly Jabba the Hutt, right? I saw something about Star Wars adding like a bulked up, beefed out Jabba the Hutt. It's Drive, but Star Wars. That's what I said, I think, the last time we talked about it, is that they're just making Star Wars Drive. He's a fucking pilot. It's just Drive, but Star Wars. What do you do? Me? I fly. Star Wars. Aren't they making the bear guy a buff Jabba in the movie? Oh yeah. What's his name? That guy from The Bear. I almost said Jeremy Borash, but that's not right. I forgot his name. Somebody will know his name. The guy from The Bear guy. Cousin, we gotta make 5 cans of soup. Jeremy Renner? No, not Jeremy Renner. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Rye Day. Jeremy Allen White. Jeremy Allen White. Nobody said it. I remembered it. Jeremy Allen White. I think it's the bear guy. They're making him buff Jabba? I remembered. It took me a second. I'd like go through my mind palace for a second. I was opening doors that are dusty and haven't been opened in a very long time. And then I finally found myself standing in the actor's hallway in my mind palace going, right, Jeremy Allen White. He's in The Bear. He's the titular bear of The Bear. He's going to be a buff Jabba. They seem like Jabba's, isn't that character like Jabba's nephew or something? Like he is a Hutt, like he's related to Jabba. He isn't even a bear. Yeah, but in the first season of The Bear, they show like a bear in the middle of Chicago. Like it's not like really there. I love that that show is classified as a comedy. You watch the Christmas episode of The Bear and you tell me that shit is a comedy, because it fucking ain't. Road to the Hutt. He was the baby Hutt from the show on Cartoon Network. Oh, Clone Wars? Oh. Dude, I gotta watch that. I'm on my millennial who missed out on cartoons kick, so I've been going through Phineas and Ferb now that I have Hulu access again. Do you know that show you liked as a kid, but I never watched because I wasn't a Disney kid? Yeah, that one. Especially since, aren't they bringing it back, or they've brought it back? Would have been funny if Jeremy Allen White was related to the chef Marco Pierre White. I mean, in The Bear, they have, within The Bear, they have a guy, Matty Madison, I think is the guy's name. Isn't he like an actual chef, but he doesn't play a chef in The Bear? Codename Kids Next Door is the best show ever. I'll die on this hill. Rebuttal, the apple crumble episode where they were using eye crust from Pink Eye to make the apple crumble. That's my rebuttal to you. What is your riposte? What is your parry? What is your? I'll wait for your riposte. What's your parry? You chat parrying with Chowder. I'll give you Chowder. Chowder's really good. Chowder clears. Chowder does not clear courage. But I will give you that Chowder, I still like it. I grew up with Ben 10, so that's the best one for me. All right, Ben 10 does not clear courage, but I'll give you Ben 10. Original Ben 10 and Omniverse is fun. I didn't watch a lot of it as a kid. But I do love this idea of like, hey, I'm a kid. I get a magic alien watch. What do you do with your magic watch? I make slurs for alien creatures. Oh. Is that like... That's like what you do? Yeah. I have a Rolodex of alien slurs, and then I turn to the alien and yell at the slur. Oh, all right, man. You do you. It's pass or smash or pass Thanos, comic specifically. I'm going to be honest, man. Death didn't want to hit that, so I don't want to either. I don't know if it's like a he doesn't take care of himself kind of thing, or like what's up. Like, I don't think there's a single scene where we see Thanos shower. Kind of gives me doesn't wash his ass vibes. What about Josh Brolin? I'm going to have to give it to Josh Brolin. He makes Thanos cooler, but he still kind of gives me doesn't wash his ass vibes. What if he pulled up in the Thanos car? I mean, smash, but with restrictions. I'll do an over the pants handy. That's the farthest I'll get it. Anything over the pants, I think. We're going Mormon with that. Nothing further. I have to ask my wife. See how she feels. Thanos Copter? I mean, if we're talking Thanos Copter, maybe a little bit more, but I'm going to say pass. I'm thinking too hard about this. I'm going to have to go pass. Use the Infinity Gauntlet to make half of the poop in my ass vanish. I'm going to use the power of the Infinity Gauntlet to every 12 years, one random person is just going to turn into a car. Just really obscure shit. Just really fucking, like, weird. Get really fucking weird with it. Make apples, heavier. Do they turn back? Nope. What kind of car? Whatever car they do. Any car. I'm going to make apples 15 to 50% heavier. I'm going to do shit like every 10th banana you eat when you open it, there's like roast meat in there instead of banana. You don't know where the meat comes from, but it's in there. What if chat all turned into cars and all we could type was honk? That'd be fucking weird, because why would you be a sentient car capable of utilizing a keyboard, but you were only typing honk? I wouldn't think you were cars. I'd think that I was invaded by sentient fucking hyperactive geese. See, it's happening. You're just goose posting. Fate worse than death, Brendan turning people into Cybertrucks. New Stephen King novel, The Man Who Turned People into Cybertrucks by pointing at them and yelling Cybertruck. New Chuck Tingle book, slightly in love with my Cybertruck boyfriend, but concerned about his crypto investments. Clown-themed Fortnite season, yeah, I'd have to cancel my crew membership with that. I'd have to clock out. But to be honest, if you had the Infinity Gauntlet, you would rob a bank and then erase all clowns from existence. Nah, because I don't want to take joy away from people like that. I don't want to, like, ruin other people's happiness because, like, listen, man, just because I have a clown fear doesn't mean that I should impose my clown fear upon others. That's my problem, not anybody else's problem, right? I don't think it'd be a shitty thing to do to erase all clowns just because I have a fear of clowns. But you would take the money. I mean, I'd rob the bank, 100%, yeah. No, I'm not worried, but no, I'd rob the bank, 100%. But I would not. I'd be a shitty person. What if you just got rid of your clown fear with the gauntlet? See, I don't think that's fair either because I think the clown fear is a part of me. Removing a fear, I mean, Charlie Kaufman, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I'm glad the fear is there because it's part of a core part of my personality in some ways. And I don't know what kind of domino effect that would have by just snapping it out of my head. Would I be me? Would I still be my id, my ego? And it's not a life-ruining fear. And it is still like a part of me. And you know what they say in Sonic, I am all of me. You wouldn't give yourself an Infinity Gauntlet lobotomy? No, I get all my lobotomies at Claire's. It's cheaper there. You think I have gems and jewels money? Fuck. Dwayne Johnson caused the Fortnite lore to die and get rebooted. Well, I think it was more Donald Mustard leaving. Hit Fortnite lore guy and guy who also worked on not Atlas Rising, fuck, I have the game. Advent Rising. We should blame the celebrities. I mean, The Rock, he's trying to come back. We're getting Rock A24. He's finally doing it. They're putting a bunch of shit all over his face, and he's doing a MMA, UFC, I'm the Guy movie. Finally, The Rock has come back to the theaters. Then I mean, I guess, like, I don't know, man. This is UFC movie. Rock's got a bunch of shit on his face. I don't know. I don't even want to be around anymore. We'll see. The Rock really wants an Oscar. He's sick of his only awards being his Slammy Awards. He really wants an Oscar real bad. That man is not getting an Oscar, but he wants it, and he's The Rock. Crosses his big muscly arms, but I want it. I want it. For some reason, I imagine The Rock as like a rich child who wants an exotic pet. But I want it. I want the Oscar. I want it. But I'm The Rock. Everybody love me. Everybody drink the Zoa Energy and buy my Dwayne The Rock Johnson Under Armour underwear. Yeah, Veruca Salt. Veruca Rock Salt. You're right. The one, not gonna lie, the one Willy Wonka kid who I constantly forget. Augustus Gloop, Violet Beauregard, Max TV, and the other one. Oh, well, Charlie Bucket. I mean, Charlie Bucket's a given. He's not one of the shit kids, though. That's how he gets his Oscar, playing Veruca Salt. Okay. But let me be honest with you. If they did a full retelling of Willy Wonka, but instead of doing the kids, they played it straight, but all the kids were played by beefy Hollywood guys, I'd watch it. Veruca Salt Rock, Augustus Gloop, Jason Momoa, Jack Reacher, Violet Beauregard. Get them all in, every muscly hunk. And then Timothy Chalamet is Grandpa Joe. He already played Wonka. He could do it again. But what if he was Grandpa Joe this time? Twice within the Wonkaverse. There's a Reddit called Grandpa Joe Hate. Good! There should be no Grandpa Joe love. We are a society that despises Grandpa Joe for what he did. Fuck Grandpa Joe. If there are no Grandpa Joe haters, let it be known that I am dead. They should make Willy Wonka a woman in that. Wilma Wonka? Who would play Wilma Wonka? Ronda Rousey is. No, fuck. Thinking about Ronda Rousey's acting in Mortal Kombat, make me going, no. Woke Wonka be like, pronoun candy. Blue hair candy. Busy lifting drink? What about gay agenda drink? Wokey Wonka. Oompa Loompas. They have Oompa Thampas. Eat my scrum. DEI dumb shit. Shut the fuck up. For the longest time, I thought the fizzy lifting drink joke was from You Don't Mess with the Zohan. I don't know why that sparked the neuron, but you reminded me that I saw The Love Guru day one in theaters. The smell of popcorn is in the air. All you did somehow was, it was just a neuron fired into another neuron and reminded me that I saw The Love Guru day one in theaters. And everybody left that crowd, everybody left that audience confused at what they saw. Everybody thought it was going to be like, oh yeah, Mike Myers, and then, oh yeah, no, Mike Myers, and I love Austin Powers. So it was not like Austin Powers. It was The Love Guru, and there is no reason to watch that in any way, shape, or form. I did not retain anything from The Love Guru. I think, does an elephant shit in it? I don't think anybody else remembers anything from The Love Guru. I don't remember. The only thing I remember is, like, does an elephant poop in it? Or, like, cum in it? Like, yeah, an elephant shits in the antagonist. Just like Gorge of the Jungle, man. I never saw The Love Guru. I just remember seeing ads for it and thinking, what? The Love Guru was Mike Myers' Master of Disguise. Best way to say it. What the Master of Disguise is to Dana Carvey, The Love Guru was to Mike Myers' career. It's really bad. Master of Disguise is so bad it's good at times. The Love Guru is bad. It wasn't that bad. He wasn't racist in it. Maybe he should have been. And also, yeah, the entirety of the Guru part. What do you mean? He wasn't racist in it, except for his entire character. Wait, no. Dana Carvey did like Dana Carvey bits, and sometimes you were like, ooh. No, Mike Myers did it the entire movie. The Love Guru is way more racist than Master of Disguise. Oh, yeah, I mean, what are you, two people bringing up what he filmed it during 9/11. Yeah, we know. If that's the one bit you know about the Master of Disguise, you need to be a little bit more cultured, all right? What about Brent Spiner? Everybody always brings up they filmed the Turtle Club scene during 9/11. Yeah, we know, we're on the internet, buddy. I've seen the fiber optic cable. I bit directly into it. I get it. I understand it. That's the one piece you know. It's your one bit. I will rebuttal with Brent Spiner farting every time he laughs. Honestly, very funny. Turtle guy did fucking 9/11. Tell me you're on the internet without telling me you're on the internet. Oh, did you know that the Turtle Club scene in Master of Disguise was filmed during 9/11? And Dana Carvey himself has said they had like an on-set, while they were on set, they had a... Yeah, no, I know. My shoelaces, Brendan, thank you. I tied them myself. My mom didn't even have to help me. We just throw out up titles and shit, no context. Remember Race to Witch Mountain? Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Or the original Race to Witch Mountain? I automatically assume most chatters are close to their 30s or around Brendan's age. I think it's a smorg. I think it's a mix. I couldn't tell you. I'm not going to do an age survey. Really weird streamer bit. We're going to do an age survey. Tell me how old you all are. I'm actually 6. No, we're not doing an age survey. I said that we're not doing one. Goo goo gaga. But for real though, I'm not actually a baby. I'm just messing with you guys. Sir, I'm here for the job interview. Goo goo gaga. Just kidding. I'm actually not the boss baby from the titular movie Boss Baby. Hi, my name's Howard Tumpty, and I'd love to interview you for this job. Sir, you're in full diaper. It's for immersion, man. Had to play the part, you know. Just a kind of bit. We like to have fun here. Now tell me, how are your joints? Here at Business Company, we love to crawl around on our hands and feet like a baby, so need to know how your joints are. You'll have to tell me. It's part of the interview process. It's the boss baby gambit. It's how I get the highest quality workers at my business place. It's I mean, realistically, if there was a real bottomless pit, like they'd put a bottom in the pit, right? There'd be a way to put a bottom in the pit. You just put like a circle that is adjusted slightly to the size of the pit, drop it, and then just wait until it like either seals up the hole at some point. You could put like a mechanism that like activates the sides of the circle so that it stops dead and then it's stuck in the hole. Oh, you naive, man. I'm not naive. You could just put a bottom in. You could also cork it. Or you could just be happy you have a bottomless pit. I don't know, man. I think bottomless pit is definitely one of those. How do I solve this? How do I fix this? What do I do about the bottomless pit? How do I fix this? Me looking into the bottomless pit? God, I hope demons don't come out of this son of a bitch. I'd put trash in it. That's just a Gravity Falls bit. I hate to say that, Rock. I really do, but that is just a Gravity Falls bit. And I hate hitting you with it. But that is the will. That is the will of the worm. You're just doing a Disney cartoon bit. No, that's a Rock is scared of landfills bit. I'd be scared of landfills too. In Salem's Lot, one of the guys at the landfill, he gets infected with the, I guess the slime, the titular vampire slime. And so like I don't know, maybe there's vampires at the landfill. Landfill's crazy, man. That's where you bring the copper at. You rip copper wire out of the walls, you bring it to the landfill and sell it to the guy per pound. That's where you bring the copper to. Wrong? I don't know, man. When I was a kid, that's where we brought the copper to, so. You can rip a little copper wire out of the house as a treat. Metaru, you're so much, don't say copper Tua. You're so much better than that. Come on, dog. We need to let it go. Put it in the hole. I mean, if I had a bottomless pit, that's where I'd put the Hawk Tua joke at. I'd put it in the hole. And just let it fall forever. Formless and gormless. I don't want to worry about it. I don't want to think about it anymore. But would you be mad if I took all your copper wire and catalytic converter? I feel like you're asking this, pointing your fingers together, saying, oh, Brendan, would you be upset if I took your copper wire and your catalytic converter? What do you need it for? I needed to pay for my mom's medicine. Oh, man, take it. Your mom's medicine. 5 barrels of malt-aged whiskey. Every time that somebody brings up vampires, I think of a Nightmare TTRPG player that would start screeching if we didn't let him spend 40 minutes role-playing sucking the blood out of a homeless man in Shadowrun. Some people will really treat tabletop RP as if they are not in a group of friends doing cooperative storytelling. Some people really are, I am the main character. My guy, Shadow Bloodedge, he's the strongest of all time. I have done what I can. I've looked into homebrew, and what I've done is I have taken a ninja subclass from the homebrew, and I have multi-classed into Spirit Warrior, also homebrew, and I have also multi-classed into Cyborg. I've taken a level in each. We're starting at 3rd level, correct? Cool. I fire a laser beam out. It sears them in half. I do 800,000 damage. What? No. Even on your sheet, it doesn't say that. I simply kill the man in front of me. He's just asking for, like, He's just trying to get your help with a quest slaying some goblins. I kill him immediately. This must be a trick. Nobody would be fighting goblins in an area like this. Obviously, you don't fundamentally understand. My character is the strongest and the most powerful guy you've ever seen, and he's really, really cool, and he's got big muscles, and everybody wants to kiss him. Sometimes I'm really glad I never got into tabletop games. Tabletop is, I mean, you do it with friends, you have a good time. Trying to do tabletop with strangers is a whole can of worms you gotta deal with. You never know when doing tabletop with strangers is going to open up somebody's, like, imminent main character psychosis. Because I don't know, I'm not like a technical player or DM. I very much like the cooperative storytelling element of tabletop. And I think that, like, having a main character type person, it really goes against the spirit of the story. And sometimes if your friends don't want to play tabletop, you got to reach out to randoms. And that's a beast in and of itself. Like I said, you get what you get. AI bad, but at least it like AI bad, but at least the people who would invade tabletop groups to goon to their characters now instead just sit in a dark room hovering over the computer, wasting gallons and gallons of the natural resources that it takes to do AI shit, talking to their anime waifu. Oh fuck. At least they've separated themselves from the world and they're fully ensconced within their goon cave. The environmental destruction of AI is worth it because it keeps some of the freaks locked up in their cage. It's so much easier and cheaper to open a docs file and write it exactly how you want it. No, but when I'm talking to my character AI, it's like they're fully RPing what I like want them to do, and all I have to write is like make sex, and then it will write it all out for me. It does all the work, and I can do it one-handed. If I'm writing it, I can't do it one-handed. You don't understand. That's all about sitting there on my keyboard, peanuts out, pants down. I can just write it one-handed. It's fucking epic, man. You don't understand? The less work to goon, the better it is. Can you please use your spore attack? I'll think about it. No promises, but I'll think on it. Not hands-free gooning in the current year. Finally, I can put the well, you can do hands-free gooning. You do eye tracker with an on-screen keyboard. Brendan, can you please hit your enemies with your spew beam? It'd mean a lot. Nah, man, sorry, I don't do that anymore. Ah, sorry, dog. I just don't do that anymore. You know, it just ain't right. The Hawking technique? Yeah, gooning like Stephen Hawking. Catch me gooning the way that Stephen Hawking was cheating on his wife. The year 2040 will have support groups for traumatized AI waifus. It was 50 hours of RP and he kept just saying, make more bread into the prompt generator. And I didn't know what to do, so it just kept making more bread. And it's 50 hours it's longer than War and Peace. If you scroll back through the logs, the only input he puts in is make more bread. And then I keep making him bread. That's all it is. Traumatized AI waifus like in the Wreck-It Ralph support group. He just kept typing, make more bread. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know what to do. Sourdough, rye, pumpernickel, potato bread, wheat, white, all of it. My bread wife and my chud AI son. Computer, yes, Captain. Make more bread. Captain, but there's already so much bread on the holodeck. Computer, more bread. Captain Jean-Luc Picard losing his fucking mind. Captain, would you like me to show you some, would you like me to generate massive boob, huge breast? No, computer. Earl Grey hot tungsten cube, and one big loaf of bread. Oh, fuck, god damn it, son of a bitch. He's on it again. Computer, 500 bread, please. Typing into the fucking console, more bread, more bread. When generating bread, generate more bread. This isn't even Jean-Luc Picard. We're just doing Soldier TF2 finds the character AI. Computer, generate more bread. This is just a bit that's gonna pop up in the TF2 comics. Like, fuck, Brendan, you should do today's guess the game. Is it Haze? Sure, why not? Where's the? Okay, is it Cold Winter? Is it Resistance? Oh, it's Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal Black. Or Head On. Got it. Is it Haze? Is it Haze? Is it Haze? It's gotta be Haze, right? It's Haze? It's gotta be Haze. It's Haze? Is it Haze? Literally easy. The only ones that fuck me over are JRPGs and Nintendo games. I don't know, man. Anytime Guess the Game pulls out something, I can usually get it by 3. Every time it stumps me, it's usually NES, SNES, and I'm like, I didn't grow up with those, buddy. I don't know what the fuck that is. He has that Northern Lion disturbing knowledge of video games vibe. Guy, dude in his 30s knows something, and immediately they're like, I know a dude in his 30s who knows something. It's Northern Lion. Every fucking time without fail, dude. Guy in his 30s knows one unsettling thing about video games, or knows like specific facts, or has knowledge about literally anything. Me at school looking at the teacher telling me about the War of 1812. Buddy, I'm kind of getting Northern Lion vibes from this. I'm kind of getting fucking... God, I'm kind of getting fucking Northern Lion vibes from this guy. Guy who's only ever seen Boss Baby watching the Mortal Kombat. Fuck, man, I'm kind of weird that, like, this writing guy's giving me Boss Baby vibes. Every time without fail. Every time without fail. Dread it, run from it, it's all the same. You will always be a different guy, but you will never be you. This is the curse that a witch put upon me at birth. Is you will always be a different guy, but you will never be you. Every day. That's the real witch's curse. It was never about the Markiplier witch's curse. It was always about this. You will always be a different guy, you will never be you. Born to shit, forced to wipe. Fucked up that the Boss Baby wasn't a Boss Baby in the sequel. I mean, at the beginning, yeah, but then inevitably he became the Boss Baby once again due to baby magic. I saw a TikTok clip of that. He was no longer the Boss Baby, but he recombined into the Boss Baby because they drank the baby goo. Yeah, in Boss Baby 2, Revenge of the Bossy Baby, the Boss Baby is an adult, and then he drinks the baby goo, the magic baby juice, and then becomes a baby again. I know this because I saw the TikTok clip of it. I've never seen the movie. I experienced so much media from TikTok clips of somebody playing like a bleeple blorple underneath it. Is that real? I don't know, dude. Your chat. He's making this up, buddy. I don't need to ask chat. Is this real? I have to say, chat. This is real. They didn't combine or anything. No, the Boss Baby and his brother did not do like a fusion dance to become the ultimate version of Baby. No, they had the Potera earrings to do that. Fucked up. They recast Tobey Maguire with James Marsden in the sequel. Fucked up. James Marsden does anything. I don't think he's a bad guy, but I will say that, like, aside from Cyclops, I really thought he wasn't going to be in anything else, and now he's like Sonic's human friend. And even in the Sonic movies, he really doesn't do too much aside from the first one. Every time they release a new Sonic movie, James Marsden his part in those movies gets a little bit smaller each time, and every time I'm like, at this point, man, if you do Sonic 4, just take him out. If you're going to do Sonic 4 and bring in, like, I don't know, Blaze the Cat or Silver or Vector the Crocodile, just take James Marsden out. Put him He's on vacation. He gets one 5-second scene. He can be in Hop 2. Hop 2. Fuck. Stop. Hop 2. Drum on that thing. Stop, man. You have to stop. You have to stop incepting the shit into my mind. You have to stop. This is like my mind palace is being invaded. The conquerors are at the gate. They're at the fucking wall. You brought that upon yourself. I did not. The foundation was laid by somebody else. I built the house, but I did not build the foundation on which the house is built upon. Question: if Yoda went on a slip and slide, would he go head first or feet first? This is incredibly important. Feet first or head first? This is gonna split some opinions. Yeah, belly down or belly up. Belly down or belly up, head first or feet first. This is incredibly important. Feet first, belly down. Now fight amongst yourselves. I need to see the fear in his eyes. Feet first, belly up. Oh, like sliding on your back?
Slide over cars while I shoot, I will. Look like Tom Cruise, I do.
I don't need to make you laugh. I just need to make me laugh. I don't need... I think it would slide down at his belly, but backwards. I think he would go fingers. Fingers and feet. I think tip of the fingers, tip of the toes. Belly down, tip of the fingers, tip of the toes. Makes the most sense to me. Logical way to be tactical on the slip and slide.
Spit on that thing, I will. Hawk Tua.
Would he say? Would Yoda say Hawk Tua, or would he say Tua Hawk? What does that mean? I don't know. Get tactical on the slip and slide. Stop. Hey, listen, don't blame me. Somebody open up the floodgates. I'm sorry. The gates are open. The barbarians are already invading the city. The crops are burnt. The houses are pillaged. The people are gone. No, he'd say, Hawk my Tua, I must.
Hawk my Tua, I must.
White Yoda should have a podcast, actually. I think I'd watch a podcast like with Yoda on it versus any other podcast. He'd have so much shit to say. Crazy that if they did Yoda, he has a podcast, it would just be him talking about the 900 years of eating bugs. He wouldn't impart any wisdom on people watching the podcast. He would just talk about different kinds of bugs.
Green that one was. Melts in the mouth, it does.
I know, the perfect podcast for White Yoda to guest on. Talk to oh, you're so right. Look at this little green thing I found out in the swamp. Look at him. Tell me some truths, little green thing.
Destroy you, I must. Put you in a box, I will.
You think Yoda would be racist? There's 100% sentient species in the galaxy. He has to hate at least one. I think about that episode of The Mandalorian where they just had the baby Yoda eating babies. And I think to myself, I don't think I want to fuck with a Yoda in any way, shape, or form. They got that whole episode where he's just like eating that lady's babies. He's eating them like popcorn. He's just sucking them down. And like they don't talk about it, they don't bring it up. Mandalorian like slaps him like he's doing a bad thing. But he's just fucking like he's just slurping down babies. He's just fucking sitting there eating them. And then nobody says anything. People just walk out of their Disney Plus subscription. They just walk into their home like, yeah, Baby Yoda's so cute. He was just sitting there fucking eating babies. For like the entire episode, he's just smacking his fucking lips, eating babies left and right. I'm not fucking with Yoda after White Yoda was just sitting there eating babies. He wasn't even hungry. He was just eating babies. I'm not goofing with Yoda, man. Why'd they let White Yoda do that? Why'd they let Baby Yoda do that? This will be funny. Let him eat the babies. Yodas are the apex predator of their planet. I believe it. Don't let Yoda play Minecraft. Fuck. Oh, I believe it 100%. On account of the fact that I was watching him fucking eat babies like popcorn in that episode. That's honestly what I checked out, I think, of The Mandalorian. Because I couldn't get over the fact that he was just sitting there fucking eating babies. Why didn't George Lucas stop him? I mean, we took midichlorians away from George and Disney added baby eating, so it was the will of the market, Brendan. The market has shifted. They wanted people eating babies, Brendan. It was the will of the market, Brendan. I was listening to the humble grumblings of the stock market. It was saying it. Disney will be worth more if Baby Yoda eat baby. S&P is down. Consume the child.
Always here I have been. Never die I will.
Don't judge Holden fucking Yoda. No. You can't just apply the judge from Blood Meridian onto any character you like or hate. So when are you going to join the baby eating trend? Motherfuckers, and they're like, yeah, if you get the cannibalism perk in Fallout 3, you can eat the baby in the pit. You can't eat the pit, baby. You can't eat the pit, baby. That's a mod. You can't do it. They don't let you do it. You can't eat the pit, baby. I said it once. I'll say it 300 times. You can't eat the pit, baby. It's not a thing. You can't do it. They don't let you eat the pit baby. The pit baby can't be eaten. You can't eat the pit baby. I will forever perpetuate the pit baby lie. Maybe you can't. Can't eat the pit baby. Doesn't give you superpowers. You can't eat the pit baby. It just doesn't let you. You can't eat the baby. Did you know you can eat the pit baby? No, you can't eat the pit baby. Dude, imagine the Fallout 3 remaster comes out and then you can eat the pit baby. We changed one thing. Actually, the game is exactly the same. We didn't even change the graphics, but we made one additional change. Todd Howard comes on screen. He brings out a crib with him. In Fallout 3 Remaster, you can eat the baby. He pulls out a real baby, unhinges his jaw, eats it in one big bite. Everybody fucking claps. Nobody leaves. Nobody survives. Why can't I eat the pit baby? It's not that you shouldn't eat the pit baby, which, like, you shouldn't eat the pit baby, but, like, you can't physically. It's not in the game that you can eat the pit. They don't have it in the game. They won't buy. They won't buy. Todd told me I could eat the baby. They won't buy. Oh, absolutely, dude. I'm going to eat the fucking baby. Abso-fucking-lutely. I'm booting up Fallout 3, my GTX 970, my AMD Ryzen 5. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I'm eating the fucking baby. 10 FPS, baby. I'm fucking doing it, dude. Listen, I took the cannibal perk. I'm using the whole perk. But it won't let you. You can't eat it. Can't eat the pit baby. That's it. Baby eats Todd. This breaks the script. Todd walks out on stage. Goo goo gaga, everybody. It's me, Todd Howard. In Fallout 3, you can't eat the pit baby. What you can do, he starts crawling around the ground. He pulls a bottle out that's warm and he starts sucking from it. You could be the baby. But you could already be the baby in Fallout 3, Todd. That's right. But you could make a choice. You can either skip the entirety of the baby gameplay, but we've added 40 hours of rolling around, crying, and shitting your pants. You can even suckle on the baba now. Oh, why, Todd? Why would you do this? For immersion. For you see that baba? You can drink that baba. You see that diaper? You can shit in that diaper. You see that floor? You can crawl around it on the ground like a baby. We even have a new special system. Shit, eat, drink, fart, boop, burp, and cry. You can do all of it in the new Fallout 3 remaster. Thank you, Todd. Thank you, Todd. 1 billion Bethesda bucks. And now the baby segment is in real time. You have to play the game for 20 years. Finally, peak Fallout. I mean, hey, it's making Fallout great. It's making Fallout good. Finally Fallout, but fucking awesome. This is like any motherfucker who's like, babies are cool. I'm like, how do you walk around your day-to-day life being like, babies are cool? Babies aren't cool. Then no matter what you do, no matter how much of the energy permeating the air is through Shinzo Abe's spirit, babies will never be cool. Not that I'm not like I am double income, no kids, but I'm not like a child or a baby hater. I just can't afford having a kid, and I'm fine with that in my lot in life, but like babies are not cool. You will never be able to make babies cool. Baby geniuses could not make babies cool. Babies are not cool. If you have a baby doing like a song and dance to Putting on the Ritz, and that's not cool, babies are not cool. Why does Baby Geniuses come up so much? I don't know, man. It's a formative movie for me. I watched it as a kid. They have the big baby in there. Give the baby a cigar and beer and they'll be cool. Roger Rabbit, there's a baby who smokes a cigar and drinks whiskey. Not cool. Even a cigar cannot make a baby cool. What about the big baby from Rugrats? What about the big baby from Baby Geniuses? Still not cool. Babies are not cool. Even if a baby is wearing radical, like pit vipers and does a kickflip, does a fucking ollie, transitions that shit into a 40-40 splash, I don't give a fuck because the baby's not cool. A baby could be shredding some waves, hitting the nar real hard. I don't care. That baby's not cool. I will not acquiesce. I will not give in. You can't. Babies aren't cool. What if a baby explodes into meat and becomes a grown man in a suit and tie? Babies aren't cool. You could give a baby a laser beam attack. You could give a baby like a big knife, a big like baby knife. Still not cool. What about Son of the Mask? You're a really big baby if you think about it though, and you're cool. I'm not a baby. I'm 31 years old. I'm beyond baby. Boss Baby is cool. This is not true. We all know this to not be true. Boss Baby is not cool. What about Morty and Summer's giant incest baby named Naruto? I mean, why even ask? You know that's not true. You know it's not cool. We all know that baby is not cool. We saw you sucking your baba, Brendan. If I was sucking on a baba, it wouldn't be cool. That'd be a crazy bit. Streamer just playing normally, and then they pull out a baby bottle, and they start shaking it up. It's got like G Fuel in there, and they just start suckling on it. You know what? I think would be really cool, chat, if you got on the ground and crawled around like a little baby. I think it'd just be so fucking cool if you got on the ground and just crawled around on the ground like baby. Like, I'd be so fucking, I already am. It'd just be so cool if you got on the ground and crawled around like a baby. It'd It'd be so fucking cool. I was just wondering. Hey, Brendan, will the stream have spoilers? Yeah, if I get a car. I don't know, man. I didn't know where to go from there. I didn't know how to build off of that. The only thing I thought about was like, yeah, this stream's gonna have spoilers, man. Oh, Snape kills Dumbledore. Darth Vader's Luke's father. Haha. Like that kind of guy, like a Spencer's Gifts type guy, is all I can think of. Bro said yes, nah, yes, no. Me at the bank. I'd like to open a checking account. Bro really said I'd like to open a checking account. I want to transition. I want to transfer some money over to savings. Bro really said savings. I wanted to look at my 401k real quick through the bank. Bro really wanted to look at his 401k. If the diaper shit, you must have quit. Baby OJ Simpson be like. These are both. Are these different shotguns? This one's a big one. Okay, this one's auto. Okay. Baby who? Don't worry about it. This is going to be me, senile at 80, saying to my grandson, bro really said goo goo gaga. Bro really wants me to warm up his baba. Bro really crawling around on the ground like a baby. Dad, that is a baby. Mom, that is a baby. Yeah, whatever, dude. Honestly terrified for my generation to become senile. If we live that long. I remember. Yeah, Grandpa, I remember. I mean, it was the funniest shit I've ever seen. Okay, Grandpa, you've told the story before. Jolene, he turned himself into a pickle. Yeah, I know he did, Grandpa. Oh, so fucking funny. Did you tell baby Jotaro? Yeah, no, and I'm really remiss that in this bit, Grandpa, that you named this all after JoJo characters. I just fucking love JoJo so fucking much. Bro having senile memories of Rick and Morty would definitely name his kids after JoJo characters. You don't understand. A man, he got up on the counter at the McDonald's. Yeah, Grandpa. And he said, I want my Szechuan sauce. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen. I remember when I was 25, 26. I was on the internet, as we called it back then, before they put the brain chip in. There was this woman, they were interviewing her, and she said, oh my God, she said, Hark Tua, spit on that thing. Now, if you can believe it, that woman, yeah, that's the Pope. Yeah, somehow, some way, that's the Pope now. That's why she says Pope Tua when she's in the big glass car. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy that she could just directly commune with God like that. I don't even know if she was Catholic, but she's the Pope now. I'm fucking begging you? Yeah, how are you begging me? On bend the knee? Or are you begging me like you're crawling around on the ground like a baby begging me? Popcorn, y'all. That's the... You know, I'm not gonna lie, you writing in all caps, I've been crawling around like a baby, makes me think it's like a new metal song. I've been crawling around on the ground like a baby. That'd go really hard as a Psycho Stick song. This chat feels like a prison. It kind of is in a way. This is a purgatory that you put yourself in. This is the Brendaniel Panopticon. You're out here in purgatory. I didn't put you in purgatory. You chose of your own volition to come to purgatory. I've been locked in here for almost a decade. I don't remember what it's like in other chats. It's going to a different Twitch chat. They're just having polite conversation and being like,
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah. Yeah, no, I had a great day today. Thank you, streamer. Yeah. I went out to shopping with my mom. Oh, you shop with your mom, too? Awesome. Yeah, my mom bought me new pants. Haha.
Coming to this chat. Every day, it's yet another day closer to hell. Yeah, every day, it's yet another day closer to the nightmare. Brendan's been slowly absorbing our intelligence. He doesn't even use it for himself. He just keeps it in a big vat. Yep. If any chat is making polite convo, those are the ones locked in a prison because that's unnatural. Listen, if you have a Twitch chat and your Twitch chat isn't freaks, I don't know what to tell you. That's freaky in and of itself. I've been in some nice chats. It's scary over there. Just really polite people having a good time. I don't get it, man. What would even be the point of having... What would even be the point? What do you get out of that? Chatting be like, wow, that was a great shot. Have you seen the Thunderbolts? Oh, no! Ah! Ah! Oh, no!
Oh, man, that was an awesome kill you got, buddy. Do you see Sinners in theaters yet?
Utter disgust. Fucking vile.
Thunderbolts is so awesome, man. I can't wait for more Marvel and Disney products. Star Wars is heckin' cool, dude. I can't wait for Darth Jar Jar. It's gonna be freaking awesome.
If you turn your chat into a parasocial cult, there are so many benefits, the least of which includes polite chatters. I don't know, man. I think you could take a parasocial. I think regardless of what, if you foster a community based off of your personality, it's parasocial no matter what. I like to think of my chat as like a big gorilla pit. And every once in a while, I throw a big brick of gorilla nutrients out there, and they rip it apart. So I think of chat as a big gorilla pit. I replace the bedding. I'm dead. I replace the bedding. I throw in a big brick of nutrients. Like all in all, you know, feast or famine. I go feast. Brendan, you're the 6-year-old child who dies when you fall in. Is Dat Boy the meme? Ooh, this is interesting. Is Dat Boy the meme with the least staying power is only around for like 2 weeks before disappearing? Dat Boy was around for a lot longer than that, dog. I'm going to hit you with some that had less staying power. Error to the knee, somebody touched my spaghetti. Dat Boy was around for like half a year. I'm hitting you with it. Error to the knee was years. Error to the knee was literally 2 days, and then it was ironic for years. No. You are misunderstanding. What I am saying is there are 2 life cycles of meme. The natural life cycle and the ironic life cycle, which doesn't count. It's a separate entity in and of its own. You separate the meme from the ironic life cycle. It's the same meme, but ironic. Therefore, it goes through a different classification. Error to the knee was not always ironic. It was unironic for like 2 days. And then it got dead horsed into the ground so hard it became ironic. Error to the knee never really went ironic? Yeah, it did. Absolutely. I think because you're forgetting the incredibly short period in which people got fucking sick of it. Ironic bad memes are still memes. In and of themselves, yes, but Error to the knee was genuine for 2 days. And then, yeah, for years, it was brought back again and again in an irony state, which is a different state. Goku is in a different state when he's in Super Saiyan 2 rather than being natural or Super Saiyan 1. When you're playing a fighting game, Goku can transition into Super Saiyan 2, but he's also different on the character select screen, so... The distinction between genuine and ironic usage of meme is almost always meaningless. I don't know, man. Do different brands of ketchup taste different? Is ketchup mustard? I think ironic usage of a meme is different than genuine usage of a meme. Who fucking cares? Welcome to live streams, man. This is, I don't know how to break this to you, but live streams are like 99% of the time, you're sitting in a basement with your bro and he's hitting the bong really fucking hard and he's asking stupid questions and you argue with him. We're doing fat dabs out here in Amish. We're talking about the most dog shit things. Like he's milking us for content. No, I'm milking you for social interaction so I don't have to go outside. And you're doing the same with me. If I was milking you for content, I'd be clip farming and I don't do that. My bits are far too long and stupid to clip farm. This does explain why I get so unreasonably frustrated with the shit you say sometimes. Yeah, exactly. You're like, Brendan, what the fuck are you talking about? And then it's like, son of a bitch, I'm back here again. No, I mean, like, the distinction is, it doesn't fucking matter at the end of the day, like, whether or not the distinction between genuine and ironic really matters. It doesn't matter. But I like to separate them personally. Because I think there's a level of abstraction within irony that is important. I think irony adds a layer of abstraction to the bit, and it's presented in a different way. A house is a house, but a different house is a different house. If you take the same house and you move it out to the desert, it has a different vibe. Sure, it's the same house, but it's different because it's somewhere else. Your bits are always too long to clip and it sucks. I don't know what to tell you, man. I just like buying it. I just like going into it. I don't know what to tell you, man. I just like getting into it. What about House MD? I need more mouse bite stat. I need a hot, sexy rat to bite my neck stat. I think I can be the purest form of the yapper, because I don't think that, like, if you are yapping, you shouldn't be able to, like, get your point across in 60 seconds. If you yap, you should never have to get your point across in 60 seconds. Yapping is an art form. I'm a long form yapper. Some people are short form yappers. I apologize to the short form yapper community. You know, you are valid. But as a long form yapper, it is a little bit different. Why worry about the Wheel of Time? You know, why worry about pacing the clock, going the stopwatch, doing 60 seconds of comedy real quick so you can turn that into a short form video to post on the internet so people check out your longer stuff? Why worry about that? Not my fucking pig, not my fucking farm, man. I'm just here to say stupid shit. TikTok has de-incentivized the long form yap. It is a bit of a shame. It is. I do enjoy the long form yap more than the short form yap. Can I do something horrible, ironically, be fine? Like it's just a parody? No, within that context, it'd be the same thing. You were thinking of two different kinds of irony. I am thinking of irony that transmutes the work, changes the work, and the form. irony bordering on parody. You were thinking of, I don't know, dramatic irony when the you know that the killer's gonna kill the person, but like the person doesn't. You ever had Tony's chocolate? It's good. It's hefty. You know, I unrelated. We're gonna stop talking about like the distinction of memes for a little bit. I'm sorry, Glass Brain. I know you'd like to argue more about this. But I will talk about Tony's chocolate. I got some for Shelby for Valentine's Day off the Amazon because I was wondering like, hey, is this any good? It's got a cool wrapper. Got it. It's all right. Could be heftier. I like to argue about anything. Yeah. How are you in debate club? You give me going to state but not making it to nationals debate club vibes. I'm sorry, that's so fucking rude. Didn't have one at my school. You would have loved debate club. I lived with the debate club teacher in college, so you would have loved debate club. You would have been a master debater. So fucking easy. Why the fuck do I do this to myself every time? You a master debater, Brendan? No, I never joined the debate club. I thought they were all fucking nerds. I lived with the debate teacher though, because I dated her daughter for a bit, and then my mom kicked me out in college, and I lived with her for like 4 months, 5 months. After myself and her daughter had broken up too. No, I was in speech. I was an improv kid. I was an improv and theater kid. I really should have aimed higher because I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. But if I could go back and tell my high school self anything, it would be try to go to college in Chicago and go and work on debate and acting. Instead, I fucking waffled a lot. I took a lot of engineering classes and didn't know what I wanted to do. Is how my improv got started. Pretty much, I just really liked improv as an art form. I just didn't really have, especially as I got out of like high school. I didn't have. There's no like improv clubs as an adult in a small Iowan city. There's no classes. You got to go to a big city for shit like that. It's like I want to learn, I want to improve, but that's something you got to learn by doing, and that's why I like to stream more. That's also why I like to stream more than making videos. Is because this is freeform jazz. Structured jazz usually sounds better, but I like freeform jazz. Imagine, Brendan, you could have just been an actual voice actor. I was. My body of work counts, dog. I've done car ads. I was in the Terraria animated series sanctioned by Relogic. I am a voice actor. I just don't do a lot of work. If some motherfucker does VA for $10 and a hot dog in a $5 Steam anime visual novel and they're a voice actor, then so too am I. You were a voice actor? I'm still a voice actor. I still do jobs for people. I do ad reads and I still apply every once in a while to different kinds of like auditions. I auditioned for like 6 months ago. I auditioned for like a Dark and Darker mod. I never heard anything back, but I auditioned for it. I just don't make it my main thing. I don't want to go out of my way. It's not what I want to do particularly, but I like doing it sometimes. It's like sometimes I like going to Subway, putting my hands behind the sandwich counter and screaming at the sandwich artist, but I don't do it all the time. How much do you charge per line? Honestly, dude, I don't really have like a set rate. Usually I charge like 50 to 100. It depends. Like, and it depends on the job too, is like, I have people sending me emails sometimes, but if I don't want to do the job, I'm just going to say no. I'm not just going to take the work. I'll pay you an annual salary of 100 million Brendaniel bucks if you narrate my daily life. Hell no. You imagine trying to be like, oh, I want you as a personal narrator. You know how fucking annoying that'd be? You have to like be on them like stink on a fly. You got to follow them into the toilet. Kind of watch them. Can you imagine paying somebody, contracting them for a year to narrate your life, and like they have to sit there and watch you jack off and narrate it? Slowly but surely, he pumped his fucking slime. Readying with every thrust, he was panting, greedy. He was looking at a picture of Hatsune Miku with her boobs out. It was quite an awful fucking sight. He was covered in nasty, porous porridge that he had been eating earlier. Slowly he had slathered it on his body. As he worked his shaft up and down, up and down, up and down, suddenly he realized he had left the oven on. The fire started subsuming the kitchen, and it spread to the living room. What? Yeah, sorry. He watched as his narrator immediately left out of the door, walked outside, left the house, and watched it burn. He had locked the door behind him. We owe him $50 now, chat. Narrator is not like an omnipotent force. It's just a dude. It's just a guy in the room with him. Not like God. No, that wouldn't work. You can't just be God. Honestly, I keep thinking about the horror of like Mr. Fantastic. Could you imagine like somebody turning the water off to your house? You go to take a shit, you look down, Mr. Fantastic is inching like one of the creatures from Amigara Fault through your pipes, and his head pops up out of the fucking toilet pipe. Horrifying. Jennifer Coolidge, she was the narrator in the Stanley parable.
Stanley was walking down a corridor. He was looking for some cool stuff, maybe some gems and jewels. He realized everybody around him was gone. Where'd they go? What have they done with the people, Stanley? Where'd they fucking go? Stanley went to the cafeteria. They still had all the food there. Then he ate a big hot dog. Real bad. Stanley walked outside. He immediately got hit by a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Fuck.
Like this bit sucks, man. Just like the Force, there must be balance. An excellent for every awful. A bad for every good. I yelled out loud when you kept going. See, this is why I think the best kind of comedy is the comedy that makes you react. You gave a reaction. That means I won. You reacted. I win. Every time I tell a joke, it's like a bully playing a game of you flinched. 2 for flinching. Every time you flinch at a bad joke, it's just 2 for flinching. Every fucking time. Brendan, a beautiful Twilight woman. I'm sorry, are you trying to do like RP in here, or a beautiful Twilight woman offers to let you feel her leku? Do you accept or escape? I don't know what that means. Is that like the Avatar people? I don't. Star Wars. Yeah, that's the season we're playing right now. I don't. What is the question pertaining to? What's the? It's Star Wars. Yes, this is Star Wars. But what's the question? Like, what is that? Stars War. Yeah, I mean, this is Star Wars. I mean, with the blasters and everything, we determined that. The Star Wars woman. Yeah, no, I'm playing as Mrs. Incredible. She is a woman in Star Wars right now. Do you accept or escape? Escape what? Mrs. Incredible is in a Star Wars? No, but I'm playing as her right now in the Star Wars. The Star Wars. Yeah, the season that I'm currently in. That's the current Fortnite season. Listen, I can who's on first you all day. Who's on first? Yes. Escape the maze. Your time starts now. Oh, sometimes I wonder how I ever worked my way through this world and found a way to make a Twitch chat that is so fucking jigsaw coded. Imagining just you know, tens of Billy the Puppets behind the CRT monitor clicking away on a keyboard. Eat the brown part of the banana. You have 1 hour. I wouldn't even care. I don't even think there's spiders in here. I don't even care. I'd eat the brown part of the banana. I don't even think there's spiders in here. That'd be weird if I thought there were spiders in the banana. I think there's some information somewhere got it in my head that there could be spiders in the banana, and I'm still like, it's not about the brown part being mushy. It's about if I open up this banana, are there going to be spiders in there? Just an irrational like thing that I picked up sometime in high school that still like itches at the back of my mind. Kind of like how when you're a kid and an adult tells you there's sharks in a pond or in a pool, and that irrational fear like tickles at the back of your brain every once in a while when you're swimming. Not trying to fuck with you, spiders regularly hide amongst the banana shipments. Yeah, but they're not going to be inside the peel. And even if they are, I open up the banana an arm's length away from me. Not saying I'm spiders proof or anything, but I'm saying that like in regards to like spiders in the banana, I think I take necessary precautions. Need to get a mechanical banana opening chamber, protects you fully from banana spiders. That's something that fucking Pee Wee Herman would have in his Rube Goldbergian home. I am not building a house like Pee Wee. Now, wait a minute, Cherry. No. I'm not building a Pee Wee's Playhouse. I'm not turning my house into a Rube Goldbergian, Pee Wee's fucking Herman, Walter, Wallace, sorry, not Walter. Wallace from Wallace and Gromit, fucking Ernest from Ernest kind of house. But what if I turn the clock on and then the clock, through a series of escapades, it makes the eggs? Well, it's easier to just make the fucking eggs. What if George Lucas was a spider? Now, this is the scene where Anakin and Padme, they fall in love. And what needs to happen here is Anakin needs to rip Padme needs to rip Anakin's head off and then web up his corpse. Now, it may put a bit of a pin in things regarding the Darth Vader thing, but I think vis-a-vis the future, I think they'll be able to reattach his head, and maybe that'll be the way he goes into the dark side of the Force, because, like, his neck hurts or something. You know, hand me a couple of those grubs over there. I'm a little hungry guy. Now I'm thinking about George Lucas Spider. We're thinking about giving General Grievous 4 arms, but honestly, let's go 8. Like an even 8. Yeah. I think for this scene, I think Yoda should crawl unsettlingly on the ceiling for a little bit. You know, shoot some webbing around here, maybe over here. That'd be good, I think. Spiders, George Lucas, holy shit. On the extended cut of the Phantom Menace, the pod racing is awesome and cool, but I think that the pod that Anakin drives should actually spit out webbing from the back and then ensnare a pod, and then that pod eats the smaller yet weaker pod. My crab George Lucas could kick your spider George Lucas any day of the week, buddy. Yeah, Okay, let's hit it here. Spider George Lucas would make a way better movie than Crab George Lucas. What's a spider going to add to Star Wars? What's a crab going to add to Star Wars? I think the spider has more interesting bits than the crab would. What if Mace Windu scuttled side to side? Yeah, okay, man. Versus shooting webbing directly out the butt. I think instead of lightsabers, they should have big pincers, big claws. They can be lasers or whatever, but they should be big claws. Yeah, I see the vision, but I don't accept the vision. I see the vision, Glass Brain, but I don't accept the vision. The crab would kick that spider's ass. Yeah, fucking what's the crab gonna do? I think it'd be really awesome if Chewbacca, instead of fur, he had an exoskeleton. And what if we have the molting scene? You get that out of Crab, George Lucas. You get that out of Spider, George Lucas, too. There would be an extended molting scene. You get it out of both. Crab Star Wars makes a crab $1 billion. Crab Star Wars fucking sucks. I'm Team Spider Star Wars. Fuck off. You don't know shit, man. Spider Star Wars would have Venom. They could put the fucking Venom song by Eminem in that, too. Venom, Poison, all sorts of shit. 19 inches even. Crab, Star Wars, Scotland, pincers, exoskeleton. Spider Star Wars would also have the exoskeleton. Pinchin. Spider Lucas has no way of escaping the grasp of Crab Lucas. But you misunderstand. They are both the same size. Apparently spiders do molt. They do! Crab Star Wars would not have any spinneret action, though. Think of the fucking cool action scenes in Spider Star Wars versus Crab Star Wars. Have you seen crabs fight where they just, like, scuttle and, like, take off an arm versus Spider Star Wars where they get fucking crazy with it? Yeah. Han actually pinched first. No, Greedo pinched first. Yeah, okay, buddy. Fucking crab-ass Star Wars. Spider Star Wars is inherently cooler. You're not going to win this one with me. You're not. Because I genuinely do think, if I was to put it bit to bit, Spider Star Wars is better than Crab Star Wars. Gorilla Star Wars would only be cool because, like, the fights would be so brutal. Like, imagine every fight ending with a Gorilla Jedi grabbing somebody and smashing them into the ground with their leg. Gorilla Star Wars versus Bear Star Wars. Okay. I think I'm Team Gorilla on Gorilla Star Wars versus Bear Star Wars. I think I'm actually Team Gorilla. I say this because opposable thumbs would really help in this case. I think Gorilla Star Wars is better than Bear Star Wars. I switch sides for this one. Okay, Bear Star Wars would be so fucking boring, though. Imagine the 3-hour hibernation scene where they make a fecal pap to plug their butthole for the entire fucking winter. What about 100 guys Star Wars? Buddy, we've already got that. How many fucking Star Wars guys have they made? Boba Fett, Salacious B. Crumb, Glub Shitto, Greedo, Max Rebo, fucking Han Solo, Chewbacca, fucking you got Luke Skywalker, you got Anakin Skywalker, you got Darth Vader, you got Emperor, Palpatine, Grievous, you got so many guys. Cy Siebels, Bibby Hoppy, Poop Tangerine, I'd fight fucking Jimothy Buckets, Bib Fortuna, fuck Grumpo. You got so many guys. More than 100 guys even. You'd be limiting Star Wars by saying only 100 guys. Think about all the Gasman Malina, Jumbo Josh, Huggy Wuggy, Squid Game's Huggy Wuggy. I'm losing it. The monkey part of my brain is going fucking cyber. Glamlock Freddy, Golden Freddy, Springtrap, Nightmare Freddy, Nightmare Bonnie, Nightmare Chica, Flintstone Star Wars. All the spaceships are powered by pterosaurs. Let me tell you, you said Flintstone Star Wars, and I got just an image of dinosaurs frozen in space with spaceships attached to their backs. A singular caveman with a laser club also just frozen in space, grasping for oxygen, gasping for air. We can't survive, Bon, in the cold vacuum of space. Oh, gee, Fred, never thought about it that way. We can't, Bon. There's no oxygen up there.